Good evening, all. Welcome back to Savannah by Night, where we play Vampire the Masquerade. And tonight in particular, we need the escapism more than most. So, before I get into some of the things I want to talk about tonight, if anyone has any announcements that we want to discuss.
This Sunday at 1 o'clock Central, I will be playing a teen again in part 2 of a Teens on Bikes two-parter over on our friend stream Top Down Tabletop. Come join us for Halloween night of 1995.
We also have our regular D&D game on Tuesday that is rapidly heading towards a Hellenic crescendo, so come on by and watch that mayhem. We also have a Star Wars game, which is coming up on next Friday. Do I have that right?
Oh, yeah, a week from Friday.
A week from Friday. We need to put that in the announcements. If you want to keep up with our socials, our events, come join us on Discord, which leads me to a small aside. Normally I take this time to talk about our safety tools and how we go about things, but we've heard that enough times. We don't need to go into it too much. Instead, let's focus on the obvious and rip off a bit of a band-aid. You live in the US especially. This week kind of sucks for a lot of people for a lot of very valid, concerning reasons. I am neither qualified nor competent enough to discuss politics in depth in any way. But what we can talk about is it's understandable how many people, rightfully, will feel some fear, some hurt, and some anxiety. There's nothing I can say, nothing that I have in my head that is clever enough to deal with that in any meaningful way. And since I don't believe in aphorisms, I instead want to offer you a bit of a history lesson about this channel and where it originally came from. It started as a community of people just hanging out, playing games together, and finding ways to be positive and supportive of one another. We are not qualified to talk about any kind of trauma dump you have to bring, but if you are looking for a place to feel safe, feel comfortable, to be engaged in the community, to share silly memes, watch videos with your friends, play games with like-minded people, safe-minded people who will discuss things with you rather than pontificate. Come join us on Discord. You will always find somebody who's willing to play one insane game or another. We even have a few servers for things that we play on. So that's it. Just come be part of the community. Have somewhere to have an outlet, someplace to turn your mind off for a little while. Which is part of what we're here tonight for, is to have a place of escapism, where despite it being a world of darkness, we're still here to have fun. We're here to tell stories in a safe and controlled way. So if that's the kind of thing that appeals to you, either the Discord or this story, we're happy to have you. And on that note, let's tell a vampire story, shall we? Last time on Savannah by Night. The grounds of Wormslow became a hunting ground for Artem and Chris. Well, at first they only found smaller game of rabbits and squirrels. Artem eventually became ambitiously curious enough to attempt to forage for an alligator. In the process, he learned a bit more of what his particular clan is capable of. But such revelations were swiftly put in the rear view as Artem was called to the house proper to meet with Misha. There, the Ventrue travel agent ferreted out more information about the person he was meant to arrive in Savannah with. Artem confessed that she is, in a manner of speaking, a sibling as they have the same sire. Given a name and description, Misha assures he will try to track her down in the country of Georgia. In the meantime, the individual that intentionally messed with Artem's journey is currently in transit to answer for his lapse in professionalism, though it might take a while. Ellie, in the Warrens, meanwhile, is shown to be taking cues from an eyeless Nosferatu they refer to as the Spy Master. This gruesome sewer specter issued to them a clear, foreboding directive of seeking out and learning about the newly arrived Neonates by any means necessary. Taking this to heart, Artem got a lift from a rideshare, a kindred seemingly only known by their app profile name of Driver 616. A habit of showing up whenever truly required, the driver asked Ellie where they would like to go. But upon trying to garner any information out of the driver, he simply responded that he does not give out such details, reminding Ellie that he also does not share such information about them. Upon arrival, the courteous Keeper of Elysium facilitated a meeting between Ellie and the present Neonates. Ellie made not only introductions, but pitched their information gathering services to Artem, Cora, and Kate. And surprisingly, Chris seemed to react to a particular point in said pitch. Kate used this as an opportunity to teach Cora an object lesson about the perils of courtly life and who to let into your proximity. How information can be so easily gathered and potentially used against you in a game you were never adequately prepared for. A sales pitch given, and the stresses of high-wire meetings over and done with, our Neonates find themselves in need of a way to blow off some steam. They decide to go out and get a drink. But are the stresses ever truly over? Well, we opened in the Warrens with Ellie. Once again, you find some errant manhole tucked away either in the back of a building or parking garage, under a paving slab. A hidden nook between the old tunnels used in Prohibition era Savannah. One way or another, you find yourself down in the labyrinth of the Warrens, heading towards your reserved hovel.
Is anyone in the Warrens kind of out and about, or is everyone
There's always
kind of scattered?
someone. They're not necessarily people that you converse with. Some of them are just shambling between different parts of the Warren. The kind that don't really venture outside much. You do hear scattered voices that echo throughout in a way that makes it unclear which direction it comes from. And there's always that borderline infrasound quality of it. But if you are looking for someone in particular, we can.
No, Ellie's thinking it's probably doesn't make the most sense to. I mean, if Amon gave Ellie this task, then probably doesn't really look good on Ellie to then go to Mason, who is definitely there, to ask, "Hey, what do you know?"
Mm,
Because clearly it would have been from the top of the food chain that we're getting this task. Um, so I suppose let me just check my um just want to see how desperately do I need to feed? I'm about halfway through my blood pool.
okay. I
So
have.
maybe having like finding a rat or some blood packs just to
Okay.
tide me over.
You would know if you're getting a little famished to go and find Orson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Great. So Ellie like takes a deep breath and then looks around to find Orson.
Typically, you would find Orson in, well, the Brood Pit.
Right. So I make my way to the brood pit.
Mm-hmm. Now, for the audience that is unaware, most of the warrens are surprisingly clean, arched brick and stone with running water, though gray water, and surprisingly um, temperature controlled. You're not getting any. You're not getting the supercell you would expect. It doesn't smell like a fresh spring day either, but it's livable. Though at this point you may be nose deaf. Who knows? However, as you get to the hatchway that leads into the brood pit, that cleanliness subsides a bit. There is photoreactive moss and lichen fungi that coalesces in a gradually uh, thickening element as you get to that door, to the point where it seems almost technological in the way that it reacts to where you're standing. That the flora reacts in terms of almost like a bright neon blue, but in a way that is subjective, like the way a reflection is. You see a part that lights up because of where you're standing. Meanwhile, someone else in the hallway would see it from a slightly different angle. Do you knock? Do you just open it? What do you do?
I knock.
Okay. You don't hear anything for a little while. It takes maybe 40 seconds. But you know that to be the case where he's somewhere in the bowels of this pit. That it's not just some neat little workshop or greenhouse underground. It is a dense, lush mini labyrinth of its own. But eventually, you get a heavy clunk of metal as the hatchway door opens inwards into darkness, except for the dim haze of other photoreactive glows in the room. There is no other light fixture.
Hey, Orson.
Yeah. Voice kind of peppers in from a few different directions.
I need a snack to tide me over till I can feed again.
You see stubby hands on a railing above you, very light and fingertippy on the railing. Like, how big of a snack?
Small to medium.
Bigger or smaller than a bread box? What are we talking?
About the size of bread box.
Come on up.
Ellie
Close the door.
Ellie enters. Was just about to figure out whether they should close the door, and then closes the door. And
You
climbs up
hear, as you're closing the door, you realize that your hand is touching more of that moss-like vine floral mass monstrosity. And as you touch it, it of course does that blue and pink glow. The pink that happens more from touching it. But as it closes into place, you hear that rope against rope friction of that plant matter tightening against itself, hinting that that's what opened the door a moment ago.
Orson. Have you ever been to Louisville?
No. What? Peers over the railing. Why?
New kid is from there.
Oh. I mean, heard a couple things, but I don't.
Yeah, I didn't know how relatively well traveled you were.
Why would I ever need to go anywhere else? Everything I need is right here.
You know what? I get that.
Now, come on, you want to understand?
Okay.
go up to where they are.
Okay. Orson is... How do I explain this without grossing out a few people? You know what? That's what we're here for. On this part of the wall, there appears to be some sort of collection of vermilion sacks that are growing out of the wall, like budding off of vines. And you've heard Lila refer to these as forbidden gushers. Hey, you can take that one over. It's nice, ripe, and juicy.
This is just, you know what? I feel like this is one of those things where the less I know, it's actually going to be better for me. Do I just pull it off the wall or just bite in?
Oh, you haven't done these yet. Okay.
No.
Okay. Come here. He's going to gently like he's going to be not quite sure what the exact analog here would be, but it almost looks like the after effect of someone lifting like a sort of longer gourd out of the ground, and they're that huddle hold with it, except that's where he starts. Supporting it right at where sort of the bulb connects with the vine notch, and there's a little wiggle shimmy. Pop audibly. And a slight decanting squelch as the leftover runoff cascades down the wall. And he's pinching the end shut as he tilts it into place. As it's some sort of plant-based Mylar Capri Sun that he is handing you. Roughly about the size of a football.
Ellie wraps their long taloned hand around it, holding where Orson indicated. Cheers.
I mean, I'm not hungry, but at least not want not.
No, it was a
Oh, you're one of those. Okay, yeah. You're welcome.
great. See you around probably here.
You'll want to finish that here.
I want to finish that here, not right. That makes sense.
I gotta add it to the compost pile.
Yep. Ellie just like, I guess while Orson is staring, just like,
Oh, he's excited for you.
Ellie starts to drink from it.
It tastes mostly like blood, but you couldn't name the source. It tastes and feels, smells like too many different things all at once. Human, animal, and you're going to start maybe assuming there has to be some half steps in between. And considering the crocodilians that you've seen scuttling along the walls, there's some cultivated creature that's probably part of this process as well.
Great.
Or a number of them.
Your own concoction?
Well, I don't like the word sommelier, but
Well, I do. It's a nice blend.
you should tell some of the Toreador.
Sure.
Mm.
Why can't I have this outside?
Because
compost.
Compost. Keep things organic.
Yeah, we should definitely get the
Sustainable.
Toreador in here.
And he goes somewhere else for a moment in his head as he thinks through a few flowcharts that maybe he hadn't considered, or maybe he'd put away for a long time, and he's now wondering what he could do with that.
Ellie,
and he's not watching you anymore. He's just like,
yeah. Ellie also pauses and just goes, compost?
There. And he... Now, actually, tell me, how thorough were you with this? Was this
I
kind of
mean,
a
I
begrudging, like just tip back, or did you wrench it for everything it was worth?
it was a tip back. I think
Okay.
maybe I had like half of it.
Yeah, I only had half. Okay. I would have say if you chugged it, you would have gotten 4. I'll give you the 4.
Yeah, I'll chug it.
Okay. But once you hand it back, he's going to just lightweight, and he will wrench it, squeeze, compress, like the kind of person who pinches and rolls a tube of toothpaste. He's going to get every last little drop. He's just squeegees out the last remaining amount to the point where it looks like a long, extra dried out raisin.
Great.
Mhm. And he's going to rip it apart into smaller bits. So it looks more like just ugly ass dried prunes, but more fibrous. I guess maybe you look like shredded beef at that point, which probably doesn't make it better. And he's going to stuff it into little parts of what you can assume are roots on the floor.
Well, I clearly have to learn a bit more technique on that front. Um, Thanks, Orson.
Anytime.
And Ellie will see themselves out.
What's your next destination?
Next destination is going to be the lab. But
AKA your
my
room.
room. My
Yeah.
room. And I'm going to get onto the system. Going to sit in a like basically patched up gamer's chair that's probably been through the ringer in a lot of ways. And then Ellie will there's a monitor in front, but there's no like PC tower. There's kind of a cobbled together hard drive, and as Ellie switches it on, the fans all start whirring and glowing a bright blue color. And Ellie then puts on their headphones, and let's see what type of probably gonna put on some like some alt music.
Mm.
And going to start searching through ShrekNet.
Mm. What in particular are you trying to find on ShrekNet?
I am trying to find any information either in the mortal world or our world about incidents that happened in Louisville, Kentucky.
So for anyone that doesn't know, ShrekNet is primarily the Nosferatu intranet. Why it's named ShrekNet, you'll have to find out in roleplay. But there is a purpose behind it. And it's used to network Nosferatu absolutely everywhere. the closed, secure system. There is a lesser version that is allowed to the Camarilla, but the proprietary aspects of ShrekNet remain with the Nosferatu. Something you've been, I imagine, overjoyed to learn how you have access to such a closed, specific system where you can get all kinds of information. Google before protections were put in place, if anyone remembers those early years, where you could just search for passwords. So, as you start frittering your night away, looking for details into Louisville, Kentucky, we will fade out on the click-clack sounds, as the last thing that goes out from the scene is the dim blue glow of the RGB of your computer. We'll pick back up with that in a little bit. We now pick up with our Quattro as Kate is driving you in. Sorry, your car again is a
Cadillac.
Escalade or something like an SUV looking.
No, it's a car.
It's a car. Okay.
I have it in my Pinterest board somewhere.
Okay. Either way,
I'm not a car person. Okay.
just a beefy four-door, stately,
Classy.
with Chris having called shotgun. Did anyone fight her on that?
She jumped right in, so I'm gonna let her have it.
Okay. So
I'll be sitting on the driver's rear.
okay. Which is kind of helpful because Artem is a tall boy, and I'm sure this car has a fair amount of legroom, but it helps that Chris would be sitting in front of him and is small and could be made to move her seat up as required. Or I'm sure the mock sibling bullying will correct that either way. But as you're driving and getting closer,
As Kate's phone auto connects when she turns the car on, it's just like Verdi playing, and she like quickly turns it down because clearly that's not going to the bar vibes.
Chris will slowly turn at you.
What?
She's going to look over her shoulder at Cora. Boring one.
Maybe she's older than she looks. This could be pop music.
She looks sidelong at Kate like, no.
How old do you think I am?
Like all the other people that arrived, under 5?
I just won't respond to it. I'll just let her hang in suspense.
She's just gonna look smug.
She does that a lot.
What about you, Chris? How old are you?
Slightly less smug. Two. In a bit.
Really? I thought maybe you'd been here longer. You are one of us, then.
The difference is I've just lived here my whole life. Yes, I'm one of you, okay? I'm new-ish.
Based on your birthday, I might technically be older.
Congratulations. What do you... Artem, plan him a party. What?
I'm not good at that.
I would love to see Artem try to throw a party.
Okay, I hope you like gators.
Oh, tell him what you did. Tell him what you did.
Artem, what
did
did
I
you
do?
do? And this is like as we're driving into town. Instead of the walk and talk, it's the drive and talk.
Do you want to tell him, or can I tell him?
I was just feeding.
On.
He wrestled him a gator.
I didn't wrestle it.
No, you're in Georgia now. You wrestled a gator.
Maybe she's not that bored.
Okay, fine, I wrestled a gator. Don't you guys have like an alligator Dundee or something? Who is that?
That's Australia.
Oh,
That's a
right.
crocodile.
Whatever.
You
What's the
went.
difference?
I mean, I know we're not in Florida, but we're close. You went like full Florida man, huh?
What does that mean?
Chris, you need to show him some Florida man articles.
Oh, no. We're going to show him some videos.
Even better.
Florida man cannot be summed up in words.
Florida man is a spirit, and I think Artem has that spirit. Artem, would you ever take bath salts?
It would
Funny-
depend on very much on where they came from.
Well, funny thing, aren't they actually called in Florida crocodile? Or is that a whole different thing?
True. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's spelled with a K, and it comes from Russia.
Artem probably does know that then.
Mm. I'm learning so many things about him today. Oh,
There's more?
I don't know if I should tell them.
Oh, please do. He's stuck in a car with us. Please share.
Wait,
Okay, but what do I get out of it?
don't. Actually, I don't care.
I mean, you're getting a ride into town to my bar of choice in my car, so.
I know, but you also turned down where I wanted to go, so now I'm kind of
I mean, I can let you out on the bridge and you can walk.
Oh no, if I got out of the car without Artem, that could be a different kind of fun.
How much trouble would Artem get into?
I don't know, but I kind of want to see.
I'd obviously get out of the car too.
Kate starts to slow down just a little bit. As long as you roll when you hit the ground.
She will turn off the safety lock and open the door.
No. I'm gonna reach out and grab her.
Chris, close the door.
I would say he'd probably be watching quick and not be like, no, wait, she's a little wild. I'm going to reach over and just grab her probably preemptively, so I'll let you have that one. But it does open. It does get a few inches of drag, and the car does list slightly as it changes aerodynamics.
There was nobody in any nearby lane, was there?
Not anymore. There were a few tire squeals around you.
Well, we're certainly making friends with the other drivers.
Chris, I do not have my same connections here. Please do not get me in trouble with the police.
Just going to look over her shoulder at Artem. Are we there yet?
No.
Have you had to pull strings back home, Kate?
No. But it was an option.
I'm going to allow everyone here to do a perception empathy check versus, well, you tell me, are you wanting to sell that as the truth or not? Is it the truth?
I mean, it's the truth.
I like
Yeah, I
it's
feel
a
like I have to
qualified
insight
truth.
check. So, okay, you're going to do subterfuge and manipulation because I feel like there's a certain amount of not quite true in there.
Two successes.
Wait, what was the number?
It's if I don't tell you, it's always going to be a base of 6.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, 2 successes.
You said we're doing perception?
Perception and empathy.
Ah.
Because you are trying to read someone's body language, and that's what I should have done last session with
Aw,
a
damn
lie
it.
check.
1 success.
Fun fact, I have 0 empathy.
So to qualify that, it doesn't mean that that person is a sociopath. It just means they are not very good at reading people.
I mean, Ellie is also a sociopath, but that's a different thing.
Ah. I got a 5.
Damn.
5 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Now, to make sure there are no ones that are taking away from that.
There are no ones in it. My lowest roll was a 3.
Nice. Kate, how are you doing? Okay. So, unlike D&D, where we give you a full-on whisper about what you've gleaned out of this individual, you know that is... It's not necessarily a lie as much as an incomplete truth. There is more behind that.
With Cora riding in the vehicle with Kate, could we perhaps, being as she's used to being a driver, a passenger, and kind of probing people to find out things about them and their interests, could she perhaps pick some of the lie up from a falter in the way that Kate is maneuvering the vehicle?
I would say it's less about how she's maneuvering the vehicle because she's probably a little thrown from Chris's
Indeed.
aerodynamic mishap a moment ago. So that wouldn't be the most qualifying thing. I think it'd be more a case of, when someone is shifting in their seat to get comfortable in an unfamiliar car versus they're uncomfortable with the conversation.
Interesting.
She may not be actually uncomfortable, but trying to find a way to dance around that half-truth. And again, I should stress that it isn't necessarily a lie as much as an omission of specific details, qualifying aspects of it. But you don't know what that means or in what extent.
Did Artem pick up on this too?
How many did you roll?
I got 2.
I won't give you the same amount. What you'll get is there is something left unsaid. And we'll leave you at that.
I think, barring anyone else speaking up, Cora, realizing that she's maybe hit on something, but appreciative of Kate helping her out earlier, is going to lean in behind her from her seat and change the conversation and say, "Do you know, if you'd like me to give you a lesson about how to handle this sometime, I noticed you were really enjoying the drive earlier, but maybe there's a thing or two I could teach you."
I'm trying to figure out the best polite way to say that for me, a car is a tool, not necessarily the same kind of enjoyment that you get out of it. And I know that comes across very bluntly, but it gets me from point A to point B.
Yes, but a tool in the hands of someone who knows really how to use it. Wouldn't you say that produces more beautiful results? Or at least more desirable ones?
Beauty. Now you're starting to sound like a Toreador. So have you figured out where you want to live after the cottage, Cora?
I'm still mulling that over. I have a few options. And I'm not sure which of them is best. Truth be told, I may need to ask you all for advice.
What's on your residential menu?
So, I was telling you all a little bit about Costello earlier. I feel like he's something of a free agent here.
Was Kate there when you talked about Costello?
She did talk to both of you about, to Artem and Kate about this supposed ghost hunter that she encountered.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I could see how he makes his way as something of a unique individual. See if he can maybe steer me in the right direction.
What clan is he in?
He said he's a Giovanni.
I don't think it would take a role for like you to pick up. Well, you're behind me. You see the back of my head. But I think you see like her posture get even like...
Well, I know they have that reputation for necromancy he was telling me about, so I guess I'm not surprised by the reaction, but maybe I do want to take an unconventional way about things. Otherwise, I could contact my family, give it all up back home, and see if they can help me. Or Grace and Matilda, maybe. The clan, all right?
Wouldn't be a bad place to ask. In your own clan, see if there are connections.
The problem is I don't know what they would want in exchange. I guess it's worth a try.
Might be more in your wheelhouse to accept than asking a Giovanni for a favor.
What do you think of asking Lila and Edward? They suggested if we needed any help that I could
Love
ask.
Lila.
She does seem fun, doesn't she?
Yeah, she just can't really go out to a lot of places that I want to go. But out of everybody else from downstairs, she's a lot of fun.
And she does seem resourceful too, so maybe she'd have an interesting notion for me. The only other thing I could consider, and she sits back in the seat again, is I could sell the car I just won.
No.
That car comes with a lot of prestige, not just for it being a nice car, but for the reputation you already earned for yourself. Our second night here and winning that car. I'll put that low on your list.
Sounds like you could get another one pretty easy, though. If you do want to get into selling cars.
Have you met Buck?
No, who's Buck?
He's a Bruja who owns one of the scrapyards. Could take a car that you've come into possession of.
I have to say, of all the things I've done, Grand Theft Auto isn't one of them.
Okay, I guess you're just going to be a getaway driver, not the person who takes the car. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And from there, she's picking up her phone and she's very clearly sending some texts.
Chris, are you planning a crime empire?
Look, I don't like people talking about my business.
I won't pry. Plausible deniability is a lot easier. Did
I got
I
a tip
just
for you.
make Chris silent?
No, more like I got a tip for you.
Hmm.
And she's going to lean in. She's going to look at you. She's going to look at Cora like, let her take you around the track. I think you need your hair blown back.
Cora is, if Kate happens to look in the rearview mirror, Cora's gonna wink at her.
You cannot tell from Kate's expression if she saw it or not.
Yeah, it makes sense. She is a Ventrue.
Are we making it into downtown at this point?
You would be, yes. Like before, you are having to take kind of a looping route, 2 rights and then a left to get into that parking lot. Pretty much right across from Repeal 33. Very convenient if that is indeed where you are planning to lead them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she looks excited at first because she's down in a place that she likes to go to. But as you lead the troop a shorter distance than where she was expecting, I'm going to let you talk about or describe Repeal 33 again.
I believe it's a basement bar. It specializes in like craft cocktails. I think their house old fashioned has like bone marrow infused bourbon. Yeah, being so close to River Street and a hotel, it does tend to attract a lot of tourists. But yeah, I feel like it kind of prides itself in being like the cool place for good drinks.
The only thing I'll correct on that is that it is not a basement bar.
Okay, I got that mixed
It
up
is
with
on
another
street
one.
level.
Gotcha.
But it's right on River Street, so it has that prestige attached to it. And it being a historical jab at how Prohibition was handled, or rather not handled, in Savannah, that it has figurative and literal connections to the old Prohibition tunnels. So they're more surface level in comparison to what sprawls across the city. As you lead them in, there's... because this would be well after midnight at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This would be, let's say, around 1:30. And because it's still summer, bars are going to be open late, and it is the world of darkness, so there's no such thing as after-hours bars because the bars never close. Especially not in a tourist town. You want to bleed them of those dollars. But it's not bustling at the moment. Are you trying to find a table? Are you trying to sit at the bar itself? What do we...
You all go find a table. What does everyone want? First round's on me.
You see Chris sit up. Whatever the most expensive craft beer they have. Pitcher.
Anybody else?
Just glass of vodka.
Cora?
I'm just going to hold it. It doesn't really matter, does it?
What kind of appearance would you like to give off? What was your favorite pre-embrace?
I doubt a place like this has a Hefeweizen that I like.
Now, for those of us that aren't very cultured, what is that?
It's just a German wheat beer.
Okay.
Most of the time in Germany, when you go and order a beer from a restaurant, it's not like we have here where they have like a whole bunch of different ones. It's like one brand provides the beers in the various styles that are available at the location. So
Okay. Yeah, that's.
but a wheat beer is definitely considered a kind of a summery drink.
Yeah, you could find a wheat beer. It wouldn't be a particular
A nice
brand that you're
German
looking
style
for,
one,
no.
yeah.
Cora, would you like to split the pitcher with Chris?
Yes.
Come
That
on,
works.
be on Team Fun.
Let's do it.
All right, as I send them to go find a table, I'll go up to the bar and order drinks.
Okay. Now, you were dressed more for a night of potentially digging holes out in the
I'm in
wilderness.
jeans and a sweater. My hair is pulled back. So a very different appearance than Kate was the night before in her little black dress.
Okay. Are you still done up makeup-wise, or is it
There is always just like a certain level, like a base state.
okay? So, no matter what, you are always trying to put forth presentable.
hmm
Okay. Now, you get to the bar. You manage to filter up to the front eventually. You're probably used to not necessarily forcing your way, but knowing how to,
When to move and when to step.
and in such a way that you get there a little quicker than maybe some others. And you notice a leather-vested woman. It's not quite a faux hawk. It is like full volume hair, but it's pulled back. It's almost in a braid that's made to look a little hawkish. And a little bit of a spike to it. Not like studs, but not drooping either, but just slightly hanging earrings being present. But more of a darker silver. Something that's just a little bit sparkly to draw a bit of attention without being in the way, especially if someone who's going to be doing things behind the bar. And she's addressing one person dealing with that, addressing another person, and gets to you and goes, "Oh, you again?
Me again.
What can I get you?"
A picture of, and I'll take like a quick glance at the menu and pick something. A vodka, and then I'll just take a bourbon.
Now, for the sake of expedience, we're not going to go into brands, but I'm assuming you are asking for particular things. You're not just saying
Yeah.
vodka.
Yeah.
Like they do on TV. They just, I was going to get a beer, is what they always do. They always ask for a thing in reality. So,
Yeah.
when you order vodka for Artem, do you
I'll
get
get him
him
like medium shelf,
medium shelf? Okay. And for bourbon, you're getting,
top shelf.
okay. Bourbon, in a lot of ways, is going to be upper middle shelf rather than proper single malt.
Yeah. Especially in like a,
Okay.
this isn't a dive, but yeah.
It's on a dive, but it's not, you know,
A place you go to experience.
It's not a penthouse
enjoy.
bar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we'll get in the same realm as what Artem got. But I'm assuming you are ordering something you know. And you're ordering it for the smell. Do you have the same consideration for Artem? Or are you just going, that looks like a brand that's worth some money, or are you trying to find him something that he might appreciate the smell of?
Vodka's whole thing is that it doesn't.
We'll agree to disagree on that. It doesn't carry, it has a smell.
Mhm. I'll go not for something that you're gonna like clean with, but like something okay. Because he didn't specify, and I don't know if he would specify in the way that I would.
He probably strikes you as a man that takes what is given.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you grab that. Do you try and have any further conversation, or is this functional?
No, I will. I'll go. I'm sorry about last night. I didn't even ask your name.
And she'll lean across, putting the drinks across from you. Just, well, if I tell you a name, that'll be too easy. You won't come back.
And you got me back so far.
Step one.
I'm Kate, by the way.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
And she'll give you the amount.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to run a tab?
I'll start a tab.
Okay.
But I will put something in the tip jar.
This is just your number, or?
No. Actual tip in a tip jar.
Okay. She'll give you a little wink. And she'll let you head on out with that, unless you're going to do another play.
No, we'll let it sit there for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you're walking back to the seats, I'm assuming you're not going to be so tunnel visioned that you aren't looking for other opportunities.
No, I cannot put all my eggs in that one basket.
Okay. So make me a perception alertness.
One success.
Okay. You don't see it until you're already sitting down that there's at least one person that will fit your requirements.
And this is like a patron?
This would be a patron. But there's just enough of a crowd, and the way that the exterior of the bar works, it's not going to be the most private affair.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to get them somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. And my goal for tonight, because I'm only down one blood, is to, if I get to feed tonight, cool, but I would love even more to get a number in my phone. The burner phone.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I will pass the drinks out and make sure I'm sitting at the edge of the table so it's easier to get in and out and to make eye contact across the bar.
What I will say is, other than who you have eyes for at the moment, this would not be the richest hunting ground for you specifically. It's a good environment, good ambiance, but in order to find what you require, you might need to cast a wider search or to go more downscale.
And I am keeping that in mind. Is there a way to, without like walking like this to the table, to kind of brush past the person I spot on the way to the table?
You'd have to go more towards the back of the room.
Okay, so it'd be like an awkward out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't.
Unless you really want to make a statement with that of just, hi, and then walk away. You want to go full power move, like the old idea of just walking up to a person and putting your leg up on the wall to establish dominance.
Are they with other people?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'll just watch for now.
Okay.
And then there was Radler, which has, like, it's the dunkel with lemonade, which a lot of people like, but it's a little strange.
I'm sorry, you put
For
what
you?
in lemonade?
For you?
The dark beer.
I'd try it.
I figured you would try it.
Here, I thought you'd find the name fun. It's called Dogs Manipulating Time. Fun fact, that's an actual local beer here.
So, Chris will
Cora's
look.
gonna laugh at that as well.
She doesn't know quite what to say to it other than laugh and have this look like that's really, really absurd, but all right.
I hope you like sours. You didn't specify.
I mean, it's all going to take like taste like ash, but you know, it's the appearance, it's the smell. She leans in, and she will lean in directly to you, Kate. It's just about fitting in, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Some of us are just more particular. Not that one way's better or the other.
Well, thanks for your particular item choice. And she's going to just start pouring the two glasses.
Bottoms up.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna grab his nod and say thanks.
What was
Yeah,
that?
Kate
Cora's gonna-
doesn't drink. She just, will hold it and like let it swirl and let the scent kind of do its thing.
Cora's gonna try to keep her composure. But she and Heinrich never really drank this stuff. They would just sit around and smell the coffee together. So this is
You see Chris just bottoms up. And gives a full woo girl shout, shaking her hair out.
You must have adjusted quickly.
I'm not really the place to talk about this, but college age.
Technically Gen Z, but like elder.
Don't they call that millennial?
I was right on the border.
I already know what you do. Okay.
And as long as we were talking about things earlier, I'll be honest, 7 months.
Wow.
So if I seem a little awkward sometimes, you'll have to excuse me.
But you're still more fun than the other one, so I mean, it all shakes out.
Well, I'll take it.
Great beer choice, by the way. Just
Thanks. I didn't know what I expected from two daughters. But certainly different than where I hail from.
We both have important dads.
oh, okay. Ick, but okay, yeah.
I don't call my dad. That would be so weird.
You call him daddy. Okay, that makes it better.
No.
I think she protests too much. And she's just pouring another one out of the pitcher.
Are we gonna have to play Never Have I Ever and start with had daddy issues?
Oh my god,
over
can we play that?
college and grad school?
Oh shit, you're gonna lose. Or win, depending how you look at it. we'd have to bring other people, not in our friend group, if you know what I mean, and so that they're kind of shit-faced. It's gonna be a great time. Life hack if you don't know how to do that yet.
What, get shit-faced?
Yeah.
Why do you think we're here at a bar?
Because some people don't do this.
I'm not gonna look over at Artem.
Rude.
I didn't say anything.
Your eyes did.
Not all of us can be gator wrestlers.
He's going to be my friend one day. Just you wait.
Or are you gonna call him your sister too?
What?
No, he's gonna call him daddy.
I think at that point it'd be Zaddy.
Wouldn't be craddy.
He's lost the
Alligator.
plot.
It's okay, Paw Paw. We'll just sit there with your vodka.
Okay, maybe you're not the boring one after all.
Thanks.
But neither are they. And she holds up her arms as Harlan and Lewis waltz in.
Coincidence? Did you send him a message? Cora's gonna wave too, or hold up her drink.
Harlan goes, "Hey, all right." As he wanders over and he pulls over an errand seat, Lewis lags behind him a little bit. He seems to stagger in place.
Lewis, you can have my seat. I'll be back in a second.
He's not there yet.
Oh.
He's lagging further behind, and he sees the table. Who's sitting at it, and he's slower to get to the table. So you can say you're...
Here, Lewis, you can have my seat.
Thanks.
I'll be back in a minute.
As Lewis sits down, and Harlan is hand on the big man's shoulder, looking over Chris like, all right, so I already got drinks. What can I get for you? No, nothing else? And
I mean, we're working on this one, but it's good to see you, gentlemen.
Good to be seen. So, what kind of bullshit are we getting up to tonight? Tell me we're not going back to that fucking track.
Titus was supposed to, or I'm supposed to meet him, but that can wait.
Oh shit, you guys get up to some shenanigans already?
Not exactly. I'm just trying to find out where I'm going to live.
Well, shit, hold on. Pulls over that chair and he'll sit down. All right, what are your options here?
Cora will go ahead and recount some of the same things that she said before. So, call home, call Grace and Matilda, call Costello and see what he's got, call Lila and Ed, or sell her car. Although she's said, but Kate made a good point about it being sort of a status thing now.
I mean, I kind of get it. I've sold my car too just to make ends meet, so...
Now, Chris had an idea that involved selling a car.
Oh, you little shit disturber. Look, fuck off. And she just takes another swig. Lewis at this point will have gotten up to go to the bar. But I'm going to have all three player characters make a perception empathy roll.
So Kate has stepped away.
All two player characters make a perception empathy roll at... I'm going to go with an 8.
Aha!
I wish I could count just taking the dice out of the bag, but looks like Artem gets it apparently with his haha, but I do not because I had a 1 and a 9 canceling each other out.
What did you get? Just a single
So
8 or
it's just a flat nothing.
flat nothing? And then Artem, you got
I got 1.
you got A1 or you got
A,
1?
I got a 9, so
Okay.
1 success.
Gotcha. Okay. With that, you'll catch that he has some supreme unease. You don't know about what or why. But there's this, not like a literal chill, but there is an air of unease as he's passing by you.
As he kind of like goes on, I'm gonna sort of nudge Harlan. You the guy doing all right?
He has his nights.
Hmm.
You know, he's going, I don't know, go talk to him. It needs to be socialized a little bit. It can't just be me, you know?
I'm not a super social guy, but maybe later.
Laura is going to think about the conversation that she and Lewis had, getting to know each other on the way to the track the other night. So, yeah. And maybe I can convince him to come and sit with us after all. And she's gonna stand up. Or I guess, is she boxed in by Chris?
We won't make it that complicated.
It's like, you shall not pass.
I just slide over her. She would enjoy that probably.
This would become a very, very different scene. But we will allow you to get up and away.
Okay.
But before we get to that, we are going to cut over to Kate, since she left the scene first.
I'm gonna go head towards the back of the bar where said patron is.
Mm-hmm. You'll see a mid-40s woman, sundress. Nice little pastels, wedges, like low wedges. Hair pulled back, and how obnoxious could I make this? A narwhal tattoo on her left shoulder blade.
She's adorable.
I've committed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go talk. What is the group she's with? Is this like a bachelorette trip? Is this like friends out late on a weekend?
This is friends out late, but not necessarily from immediate town. This may be people that they come in on weekends, is kind of the impression you're getting.
But not like a tourist who...
Not a tourist.
Okay.
It's more just in the county, but more sort of the outskirts of the county. Like this is a weekly or bi-weekly trip into town to a place that they know. That's the kind of vibe you're getting. And they're not all at a table. It seems like a group of maybe about, we'll go with 12. Gosh. But they're not like in a singular circle where if someone gets pulled out, you're all going to notice kind of thing. It's more just, you get the impression this is a cluster of people with clusters nestled within. This is a Matryoshka doll of social activity.
Okay. I'll go start a conversation with her.
Okay. How do you open? What's your pickup line here, Kate?
Oh, great. This is not as good as some of the earlier ones. I'm just going to ask, what are you drinking tonight?
She'll turn around and I'm gonna picture in my head a younger Hannah Waddingham because I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso.
Okay, I'm suddenly much more into this.
So she's got like the natural graceful lines that are going into the face in her mid 40s, but none of the obvious work that's been done to people like that. She's just letting reality happen. It's like, apple tea.
Can I get you another?
She's going to look you up and down. She's going to look at one or two of her friends like, sure.
As she is looking Kate up and down, this is when I'm going to do the like, take the hair down and kind of like, you know, let it out, put the hair tie on the wrist.
Now, out of curiosity, what's the visual age of Kate?
She stopped aging about
Mid-20s?
33, 34.
Oh, 33, 34. Okay. So, okay. If you were more in Chris's age group, she would be waving you off, but you look like you are a stabilized, mature woman in her early mid 30s and not just a child out on party night. So at that, she is giving you a little more of a considered once over. Getting the impression that this is like, for a moment, she was like, oh, another one. And it's like, no, wait, this one's age appropriate.
This is not another SCAD student.
You know, you get the impression she'd be more after SCAD teachers. So it's she'll hold up her finger to the people she's with. I'll be right back. And she'll walk with you a little bit. Look, we both have drinks. Let's skip to it.
And Kate.
Gina. And she's going to be rolling her drink. So, Kate, what do you do?
I'm pretty new to town. Just moved here for work. What about you?
We didn't really answer what you did. You said you moved here.
Yeah. Consulting.
On
Logistics.
Oh, in what market?
Security. What
Really?
about you?
I am an art consultant.
Oh.
I help people make purchases.
I'm guessing you do some work with the school, maybe?
On occasion, but also some of the establishments around town.
So, local. Is there anywhere I should go to see some of your favorite pieces?
Well, there's a nice new one up at City Hall that they finally got rid of some old, decrepit ideas.
Old, decrepit, slightly racist, but someone's great-great-great-grandpa paid for it?
Yes, I believe it's somewhere occupying a landfill and on fire.
Perfect.
But some of the more private parlors around town might have some of my better work.
And the more genteel Old South families?
A few things like that, or even just private social clubs.
Ah,
But here I am, talking about me, when you approached. So what was it that drew your attention?
would you believe me if I said the narwhal tattoo?
Well, it is rather prominently on display now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Is it your favorite animal?
Oh, you don't know me well enough to know all about that.
I could be.
Is that what you're after?
What? Your tattoo's history?
You're presuming it's the only one.
Well, that would be fun to find out.
So tell me, Kate, where do you apply your services? Security company are you with?
Would Kate know if that is an okay name to drop?
You would know, based on what he told you, that it is a company that has interests and hooks all over town.
Mm-hmm.
It has a legitimacy to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, something to keep in
I haven't
mind
actually started there.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a interesting flash of credentials you don't have yet.
Mm-hmm. You really don't want to know where I work, do you?
I like to know who I might run into again.
Well, we've run into each other here. We could run into each other somewhere less noisy.
You are bold. I like that. Well, I'm here with people at the moment, and they're not people I get to see very often.
I could give you my number.
You could.
Would you text me?
If you're lucky.
Willing to take my chances.
Well, perhaps if you leave such a important thing with me, I might just take care of it. After all, I do curate priceless things. I'm sure I could manage a number.
I'll exchange numbers with her. But it is not Kate's main phone. She slides a different phone out of her pocket.
It is important to note that she doesn't give you her number.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get back to my friends. This was very interesting. Maybe I'll reach out.
I am going to give her just a little kiss on the neck.
The neck or the cheek?
The neck.
The
just kind of like here. Right
so
as she like, turns to go.
You're going to try to do like the kiss, but make it just a little lurid?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, okay. How do I explain this? There is an interesting phenomenon where I've found that the most attractive look a woman can give you is when they're giving you an angry smile. There's a certain amount of, I can't believe you just did that. I can't believe you just did that.
Can I feel how fast her heart is pulsing as I like kiss that vein?
I would say you are too reclined back into your previous established position to have caught the aftermath.
Okay.
I will say that there is a little bit of heat running through her that's a little bit visible. Not a full-on blush or flush. It's more a case of that was bold. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure why I kind of do. Have a good night, Kate.
Something to add to your collection. Have fun with your friends, Gina.
And she will turn and go back to her cadre. And you do hear a rather bellowing laugh.
From her, a friend.
You don't know her voice well enough to tell, but it is feminine. Whatever that means. So, in the meantime, pan the camera back over to Cora as you are getting up. What are you going to go do?
Oh, well, I did say I was going to talk to Lewis, so I guess that's what I'll do.
Lewis is very quickly, and you don't know how, he's already got a drink, a little glass of something, and there's equal possibility that he was just very quick at getting an order, because he is standing at the bar still, leaning on it, almost face, like stooping over it rather, and, or rather, equal opportunity that he very quickly ordered a drink, or he is being that trash person that grabbed someone's half-finished drink and he's just holding it. Considering he's not going to be drinking it himself, not that much of a trash person, as much as just an opportunist taking the camouflage available.
For sure.
So, either way, he's leaning there.
Cora will sidle up and lean next to him. Lewis.
Hey.
Harlan mentioned something was eating you tonight.
It wasn't. Until we walked in.
So I know it doesn't usually work out. Do you want to tell me about it?
I'm not really sure what good it would do.
Well, if it makes no difference either way, why not give it a shot?
We're going with absurdism. I can respect that.
Isn't it all a little absurd?
I guess you and I would know more than most. But can we put that away for now?
Sure thing.
He's going to turn and lean back against the bar, looking out against the room, but he is shying away from a very particular direction.
Interesting. As I rotate as well, can I kind of get the vicinity that he's kind of staying away from?
Considering he didn't really, the genome soldier cone of vision. He seems to scan over your table, but then stop and then just kind of look the other way. And I think at the table it's just Artem, Harlan, and Chris at this point. He is, while averting a direction. Anyways, how was your night?
So far so good. Met some new people. Uh, well, how to describe it? Someone who's into the paranormal and someone who's into tech.
That describes a lot of people. Well, at least I know, and I think you're starting to.
Yeah, Costello and Ellie, do you know either of them?
I don't know. Have I met Ellie? I heard of Ellie. And he seems to go basically into the sunken place for a moment, like he's trying to access something. And the name's familiar. I don't know if I... Costello, really?
You surprised me with the Italian. It was a nice conversation.
Hmm.
He told me maybe we should go to a cemetery sometime.
Hmm. Hmm. You might want to reconsider that.
Kate had the same reaction.
Not the best place to talk about it.
You know, Kate surprised me with some Italian too. I think she's coming out of her shell a little bit.
You cause this reflexive action of him looking towards the table, and then he looks away again, like a flinch.
Ooh.
Right, yeah, I met her briefly. Didn't strike me as speaking Italian, though. That's interesting. Summers abroad.
So I'm not exactly sure where she picked it up.
Hey, I'm gonna go for a walk. It's not really my scene tonight.
You need some company.
No, I'll be good. Thanks though. And he'll kind of just like the side fist bump of the shoulder as he's veering out, and his steps get just a little bit faster the closer he gets to the door.
Cora's gonna get up and go to the scene of the disaster in a ridiculous way to attempt to try to prevent and probably cause whatever is about to occur.
So, where are you going?
So,
are you going after Lewis, or are you going back to the table? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Back to the table, I suppose. Yeah.
All right, so we'll pause there, and we'll come back to Artem sitting at the table. This is all happening simultaneously, so we're jumping back and forth. Is there anything you want to discuss with any of them, Artem?
Might be talking about crocodile hunting with Lewis.
Harlan,
sorry. Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, first of all, Gator, but I'm sorry, you did what now?
He looks at
Chris is giggling, by the way.
He looks at Chris and he says, I crocodile Dundee did.
You see him having that slow right. He's remembering what clan you're in. Like, yeah, okay, fine, that tracks. All right. I would ask why, but I feel like that won't answer any questions worth anything. But well, nice to see you got all your limbs. Good for you.
Well, he was a nice guy.
Now, when you say was, do you mean you had a nice evening or he's luggage? Like, did you do the whole like the cartoon thing where you punch him once and he comes back to Earth as like bashing luggage, or?
No, he's still, he's just taking a nap.
Well, isn't that mighty nature conservatory for you? So, okay. All right. Well, not the weirdest thing I heard, but weirdest thing I've heard tonight.
What is the weirdest thing you heard?
Not the kind of conversation we can have here.
Later.
Yeah, maybe. So, how is it living over with this one? Hey, fuck you. But
I'll
yeah,
tell you
how
again
is
in
it?
a couple weeks.
Just why can't you just commit your bullshit? Give an answer.
She's very loud.
She looks at you, looks to Harlan, and Harlan just starts laughing. Yeah, well, you know. Live out loud, man.
He's not so bad, though. She's all right.
And the playfulness melts out a little bit as she's just holding the beer. Like, she doesn't know what to do with sincerity, and she's now sinking into the sea like, fuck.
I've been just started working on that house. Are you going to help me with that? He says, by the way, at Chris.
She's in the process of just going, shut the fuck up.
No. Lazy.
No, she's going to lean into you. Like, don't talk about the fucking house.
Okay.
And Harlan, he is going to kind of get the two of you a look. All right, well, that ain't gonna be none of my business. So, what kind of trouble you want to get up to? Huh? Come on now. Don't be shy.
I'll sort of look at Chris. You want to do bath salts?
The fuck have you two been up to since last time I saw you?
We've been bonding.
Okay, this man needs a drink. I'm gonna let you two figure out what the fuck you two are going on about. And he's gonna lift up and he will pass by Cora on the way to the bar. But where is Kate? Are you heading back to the table at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, we will do this musical chair scenario. It is now the original four sitting at the table together.
Did you three already scare Harlan and Lewis away?
Lewis, maybe.
Oh, what happened to Lewis?
Listen, I can't say for sure, but I don't know if maybe we should move to a different table.
The fuck? Do you try and push them along on this, or?
Yeah, look, I just... This isn't a very good view of the whole place. We can't really decide Do you know who's interesting around here?
Are you trying to get us out of the table or out of the bar?
No
I'm
way
not
we could
sure.
leave both.
So where do you like to hang out that's not the north side of Hutchinson?
She's going to look to Johnny Bravo and the race car driver. Like, it's just up the street.
Hey, let's go for a walk then.
I'm gonna get Harlan.
Let me
You know
close
where
out the
it is?
tab.
So we'll fast forward through that a little bit as the party moves to the next destination. We're
Kate
gonna
will
go on
leave
break.
her number as she closes out the tab and signs the receipt.
Okay. Power move. Got it.
The bartender, she still doesn't give her name.
No, she will not.
All right, then I'm going to leave, instead of just my name and number,
Mhm.
I'm just going to leave. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to find out yours.
Well, to borrow from Dodgeball, it's a bold move. Let's see how it works out. And on
Miss
that
all
note,
the chances you don't take.
on that note, we're gonna go to break. See you all soon. Welcome back to Savannah by Knights. Our young vampires are currently doing a little bit of bar hopping after a rather stressful evening, or at least more stressful for others. We leave behind Repeal 33, going slightly westward along River Street into a brick and cobblestone alleyway, revealing a sign, Chuck's Bar, with Chris at the head of this march.
So, Chris, you've got the round here, right?
I think we can manage. Though don't expect any of the fancy things.
Oh, why not?
Because this is a good
I'm just
place.
fucking with you.
She looks over at Harlan, just Summer Teeth. Hey, Summer Teeth. And they walk in together, kind of laughing.
I think I was there when he told that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, Kate, I won't make you roll for this, but you see many people that fit your requirements
Mm-hmm.
in one capacity or another.
I'm going to keep a very passive face.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to roll for how passive that face is, or you just want to go with it for now?
Let's just go with it for now.
Okay.
I've been rolling so great tonight.
Mm-hmm. Law of averages says you have to start going the other way eventually.
You would think.
So, Harlan and Chris go up to the bar very quickly.
I'm going to yell at Chris. An old-fashioned.
And she's saying something to the bartender at this point. It's not raucous. It's a little more grungy, but the soundtrack at the moment doesn't fit the vibe in the sense that, like, it's good music. What I mean is that's what they're playing. That's what they're listening to. But it's not like the sound and the exterior might make you think you're walking into a Brewha biker bar. But it's more subdued than that. It's grungy. Its dollar bills are pin tacked, nailed to every surface that you can see.
I've been to restaurants like that on spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Both me and Kate think.
Yeah. but people are behaving well. It seems like it's just an all ages kind of bar. Relaxed, but also loud where it needs to be. People are playing pool somewhere. There are people just laughing, telling stories, listening to the music, having to raise their voice a little bit, but not in a way that you think you're going to be tired after 20 minutes. It's just a half decent neighborhood hole in the wall. So, what do the three of you get up to?
I'm going to kind of scan the group.
Mhm.
I think I'm looking for... Let's keep the gang on their toes. A guy who seems like he'd be interesting to talk to. Not just someone to like take to the alley, feed and be done, but someone who might be worth putting into her phone.
Okay. So this place runs the age gamut.
Mm-hmm.
And while Kate wasn't here last time, the vibe you may or may not be getting is that this is a historically gay bar.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, however, is welcome.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not a dick about it. In which case, then you do find out how raucous the place can get. Big rule in any group you go to, just don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are looking for someone with tattoos, easily found.
Mm-hmm.
You do see a few more bare shoulders of across the gender spectrum here.
And I guess it doesn't specifically have to be a guy, maybe just someone more like mask presenting.
Okay. Riffing on something that happened last time. We're going to find someone wearing muscle shirt, but with, I guess it'd be more like a tank top with that 90s grunge look to it. And jeans with a red plaid flannel wrapped around it, but in a way that's almost gauzy, like it's meant to be a fashion accessory rather than an actual flannel shirt. And definitely more on the mask energy side. And there's more of a tapestry on the arm and back on one side. Something more of a I'd say it goes from following the muscles and sinews of the shoulder blade, like a fade in of ink, to where it first looks like it's mimicking the muscle, but it's blending into a woven tapestry, like it's almost trying to become a rug that is mosaic of colors and shapes and designs that goes all the way down the arm and stopping just shy of the wrist.
So what are they up to at the bar?
They're kind of scoping out the place themselves.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if we can maybe like make some quick eye contact as we are each scoping out the bar.
Okay. As your eyes eventually do meet, because you're both in Cylon scan mode, eventually those two sync up. And there's this quizzical little head tilt of Predator sees Predator.
Mm-hmm. Just give a little like nod.
They raise their beer.
Have they come back with the drinks yet?
We'll say yes, just
Okay.
to make this easy.
And I will also.
And for Cora and Artem, Chris would have gotten another pitcher.
Alrighty.
But with more glasses, because Harlan is leaning into the look as well.
Correct.
But he will actually take some small sips. Not as chug-a-lug as she's going, but he is a little bit more tasteful. And for Artem, would you have specified something in particular, or just whatever?
Whatever. It's fine,
Whatever. Okay. Then, yeah, you would have been in on the pitcher. There's just, it's a larger pitcher, more glasses.
I think this time I'm really savoring the smell of like the orange peel in it.
Okay. We'll come back to the table in just a moment. And we'll follow suit on, well, Kate's hot pursuit, we'll call it. Who knows, maybe that's what you'll put in the phone as their name. Okay, so you're approaching this person, or are you just gonna...
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we were like focusing on me. I thought you, when you...
Nope, we're good.
Catching up now.
So what are you doing?
I'll start to like slowly meander that way. See if they also like reciprocate the...
They don't cross the space to meet you as much as they do nothing to dissuade your approach.
Okay.
They're still leaning against the bar, but their body language is indicating of they're at least entertaining whatever this is.
Okay.
They were clearly on the hunt, and something nibbled. So they're reeling you in. Little do they know, bond is mutual.
Wow, you made me do all the work and walk all this way.
That's what you say to them? Well, you know, a little bit of intrigue.
Let's hope it's worth it.
I had a name in my head and it's gone now. We're going to go with Sadie.
Kate. Nice to meet you, Sadie.
So, I don't think I've seen you around before.
No, I'm new to town.
Nah, I gotta ask the question. You're not one of the teachers at SCAD, are you?
No.
I've run into that problem before. I don't want to do that again.
I can already tell that's going to be an issue. No. Not a part of that group.
I mean, because it could go either way with you. Like the all black thing is very cute, by the way, but that could either be SCAD teacher or security.
No, this is remnants from politics, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
once I ditched all the color from my wardrobe, I just couldn't get it back.
So what you're saying is, and the way they're going to lean, they're going to make that tapestry much more prominent with all the rich, vibrant colors. Just so you want a bit more color in your life, do you?
I'll run a finger along the tattoo and kind of like tracing some of the like shapes and designs and stuff. And I wouldn't say no to it.
Well, now, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're doing now? Not SCAD, you're not doing politics. What are you doing?
Oh, you know, just the dirty politics turned consulting. Your boomer parents hate us. They think we control everything.
Uh-huh. So,
What about you? Are you a teacher from SCAD? Because if so, I have put my foot in my mouth and you're going to make me beg for forgiveness.
no.
Student in SCAD?
No, but thanks for thinking I look that young. That's great for me. No, I have done some work there though, but I've done work all over town. Interior remodeler.
Huh.
All the storms that happen here, that never really goes out of necessity.
Yeah, I'm not from the hurricane part of the South, but I get storm recovery. Though I bet getting to remodel some of the historic homes is a fun challenge.
A little bit. It's competitive too.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't mind showing you the inside of at least one place tonight.
That is certainly a line.
And yet, you're not walking away.
No, I'm not. I'll make a deal. I will see the inside of this house if you give me your number. So when I sneak away in the wee hours of the morning, you can call me.
And they're going to trickle fingers down your arm because turnabout is fair play. And it's up on that awkward space of neck and shoulder. Leaning in very close, like, I don't know, I'm not really that sort of fast, but, you know, I'm willing to make an exception.
I mean, all I've promised so far is just seeing how well you remodel a historic house, so...
Above the table. I am resisting making some comments here that normally I reserve for Discord. But we will leave it at there was some banter that happened back and forth before we get canceled on this channel.
Wait, do we have our... Okay, we do have our mature audience warning up, but
Okay.
I understand. All those AO3 writers can fill in the blanks. Get to it, fanfic.
Sorry, my mind had to reset there. Yeah, your last comment was...
All I promise is to, like, see the house.
Well, I know where we can start the tour.
Again, I've got to
Here's
get your
the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually trade numbers? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been an intriguing conversation. This is not like a ringless hotel guy.
No, it's worse. They're wearing just nothing but rings.
No, that's once we get to the house.
Yes. Oh, no, I'm just going to not say all the things I'm thinking now because it's getting worse. Now, the question is...
Reel it back in.
That's what they're trying to do to you. So we're trying to land this bass. So do we want to cut to the chase and just get out of here, or...
What time? It's probably, what, like 2?
Let's go with about 2:30.
Well, the night's not that young anymore.
And the hand that is on that little Lagrange between shoulder and neck kind of just trickles upwards. Never a grab, just this delicate, feather-light touch. That's almost in its own way, it's ask of permission versus hold. It is testing the waters and seeing if you stay or if you're just playing.
No, Kate will let herself be pulled in a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm. You want to get out of here?
Let's go.
And do you tell your friends, Kate, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I told you have to find your own ride home.
You could give me the keys.
Bye.
Of course.
Now, in Kate's defense, she did say that. You would
Mhm.
have to find your own way back to Wormslow.
And Chris said, it's totally fine. Don't ask questions.
She did.
Mm. Chris is going to watch Kate walk out with this, how do I put this? Fresh kill. Or soon to be, and just like, oh, I take it back, I kind of like her.
She's good. I could learn some things.
What are you looking to learn? Oh shit. No, he just leans back, just, oh god, this is really gonna happen. He just starts sipping the beer.
Well, you gonna show me?
Drink down with enough force that there was a bit of like upward splashback with her hand over it. Well, come on. And she's gonna
Alright.
reach out to you with her other hand. And it's a yank if you're giving her the hand.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to lead you over to where some of the music is a little louder, and there are at least a few people to create a little bit of a sway, a little bit of a obstruction, so that if you want to dance with her, you can. But it's not going to be a slow thing. It's going to be a little raucous.
All right, we'll dance. Absolutely.
Okay. There's a bit of like jumping around, headbanging. It's just, it's not quite crumping, but it is a certain amount of just getting her energy out. There is some concept of rhythm. There is, like she's not just flailing, but it's clearly some kind of release of something that's been pent up.
Cora will not precisely match it, but we'll try to get into that same spirit, you know? She did miss out on the dancing last time, so.
Well, not at the racetrack. Oh, you mean Cora? Okay, yes. She did miss out. I would say there'd be a difference in energy at first. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Cora's a little more reserved.
She is.
Okay. And she's trying to live out loud. So I would say that you are starting at two very different ends and eventually have to meet somewhere in the middle, which
That sounds
you
fun.
will. It's just she slightly misread the sexual temperature of the room is kind of what happened, and now she's kind of like, okay, I gotta scale it back, So, as you are dancing, do you try to say or convey anything, or is it just you're vibing?
Goodness. Do we try to convey anything?
It's up to you. I do have something in mind if you don't have anything off the top of your head.
I don't have anything off the top of my head, so I guess
Okay.
Chris is taking the lead.
Well, funny you should say that. So, while there is this, I wouldn't say overt gyration happening, but it's a little bit more, you're starting to get a little close.
Mhm.
And A suited arm cuts in between you and says, "Hola. Mind if I cut in?" And Chris just leans back, all the frivolity gone, all the rhythm gone, and she's, while standing still, trying to Homer Simpson back into the crowd.
So
And the newcomer's looking at you.
she's looking at me.
Mhm.
How can I refuse?
And she's going to pull you into a little bit more of a not quite slow dance-ish, but hand clasp, hand on hip,
Mhm.
as it's still a higher pace because this is a, alt rock kind of bar, but finding a way to have that same proximity with it,
Sure.
with a bit of rhythm and a bit of pace.
You made quite an impression the other night.
I hope it was a lasting one.
I think I like this version better.
Oh, well, this is the version you get when you aren't fucking around.
That's fair.
And she will switch into Italian now. But it's accented with Spanish and French. So there's different loan words being involved in it. Things that you can pick out. And because of where you are from, you would catch this as, especially based on the name, someone who probably speaks Occitan.
Interesting.
So that weird blend, excuse me, of French, Spanish, Italian. Caffeine helps me speak. Sorry, folks. I hope that served as an object lesson.
Believe me, I didn't have to take any notes for that. And she'll be speaking Italian too.
I trust you and your friends are keeping out of trouble.
So far, anyway. Getting up to a bit of fun here, of course, but, feeling a bit peckish.
Ah. And have you been keeping up with necessities? She's going to lick at her unformed fang as a way of hinting at what she's really talking about.
Mm-hmm. So far, yes. But really, it's more the bonding experience for me tonight.
Ah, well, I hope that's all it is. I'd hate to step outside and find evidence to the contrary. None of you are being sloppy tonight, are you?
No, not so far.
So far. Interesting word choice.
None of us can ever know the future, right? But I do intend to keep it that way.
I hope for your sake that remains true. Now, there's this very quick dip, but it stays within the immediate rhythm and proximity. So, I hope you're having a good time then.
It's been magical.
Let you get back to your friends, but I hope you learned something from this interaction. And as you're seemingly pondering this,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's going to try and spin you and pin you back against your chest in a
Yeah.
bit of a power move
Okay.
so that she can whisper against your ear and you're no longer swaying in any way. Can you tell me what the object lesson tonight is?
That she can be anywhere.
Good. This
We'll
is
be
the
on our
one.
behavior.
Good. This is the one and only warning shot that you get from me. I don't repeat myself.
You don't need a driver, do you?
Oh. Still trying to figure out what you're going to be doing long term, are we?
Yeah. It seems like you have some exciting options.
Hmm. No. I have all of your numbers. I presume mine was put into yours the moment you got it.
That's right.
Hmm. So I hope the next time or the first time I hear from you, it'll be because you didn't cause a problem, but you are telling me of one that happened. Or we're having a more professional discussion. There might be a need for you at some point. Someone that can drive. Always a plus. She leans in just a little more, like she's almost going to nibble on the ear, but stops just shy. Few of us are capable of driving than there should be. So it's always nice to have one that knows how they work in the first place. The real question is, how discreet are you?
Oh, very. Of course.
Make it a week without me having to find you for any untoward reason, and I'll consider that. You're on night 3. Good start so far. Now, she will spin you back out so that you are less in each other's personal space,
Mm-hmm.
but still hand clasped, hip held, but with a bit more room for Jesus in between.
So, anything interesting happening tonight? I know Costello had to run off for some reason.
There is a smile that does not reach her eyes. That's been dealt with.
Of course.
How was Costello when you saw him?
He was an intriguing character. I have to say, yeah, I appreciate it. He can speak the way that we do. Though your accent is unique.
Did he tell you what family he's with?
He did, but it doesn't mean much to me. to everybody else, though.
Hmm. Well, I won't be the one that breaks the ice on that one. You should ask him yourself. I want to know what kind of lies he's going to try and protect himself with.
So I'd be falling in with the wrong crowd, in your opinion.
Oh, he has his uses. But that doesn't mean he should be trusted. Now, here's the real question for you. Why did I tell you that? Don't answer. Think on it. And unless you say anything else to her, she's going to take the hand that she's been holding, bring it up, making full eye contact with a slightly tipped head. Kiss a knuckle. And then leave the scene.
Ugh.
Does the player need a moment to deal with her carousal, or
That's, so does the character, so we may as well just go with that feeling.
okay?
Where's Chris?
She has become a wallflower on the opposite side of the room. Just what as the sheriff has left, she's going to rabbit right up to you. Just, are you okay?
It was some trick you showed me. I wasn't expecting that.
I need a drink. Do you need a drink? I need a drink.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah, but I mean like a real drink.
Yeah, I was catching your drift.
Okay. Let's go find that. Okay. Is it okay if we fade out from that part?
You bet.
Okay. Now, who haven't we checked in with? Oh, right. Artem.
Hello.
What have you been doing during all this?
Well, as Chris and Cora leave, he'll probably say something to Harlan along the lines of, she's quite something.
Now, when you say that, what do you mean? You're not getting a thing for the boss's daughter, are we?
No. Man, that is not the game you want to play.
Smart man.
You said you've been around the city for a while, yeah?
No.
Oh, never mind that.
I think above the table there was a miscommunication there.
Oh, yeah?
He said, yes.
Oh, okay.
Y'all. What did you hear?
No.
Maybe I need to be whispering in your ear a lot more.
Maybe you do.
Worked with Cora.
So, guy like me, right?
All right.
Where would I go if I wanted to get a little taste of home?
Remind me which one you from again?
I mean, Ukraine, but it seems I can't really be picky around here.
Hmm. And when you say taste, what like actual like food? Because
I mean, sights, smells, maybe people, you know.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There ain't a lot of that kind of culture that's permeated this way. You might find a few like more like Polish descent in a few little pockets here and there, but by and large, it's just not that kind of scene.
Mhm.
Now, there's probably at least like a little market somewhere that caters, but I wouldn't say there'd be a mass market for Ukrainian market or anything like that.
Sure.
I mean, now I don't know if you know how to do this yet, but you can always order a few things.
I could. Maybe that's what I have to resort to.
Mhm.
I guess I could also just Google it, huh?
I mean, there's that. Question is, did they it's gonna lean a little more conspiratorially. Do they line you up with a credit card yet?
No.
Okay. Well, when you get yourself one of them, you might be able to get a few more things that you're looking for. Or, failing that, you can either give me the cash and I can order you a few things.
Who did I talk to about the other thing? I think it's probably. I get the sense it might be coming soon. I think boss wants me to buy some stuff.
Anyway, I know your business.
But just in case.
You
I need to be a little more proactive. Who would I talk to?
well, it depends. What are you working on?
Oh no, just for the card.
Uh-huh. That might be more of a question for you, you and Chris.
Oh. Alright. Could do that.
Or the boss
Sure.
about his house.
I'm gonna have to ask her about that.
Yeah, look here. I'll give you something for free. It ain't something she likes to get around because he don't want that getting around.
What specifically?
He's gonna lean in. He's gonna make sure that you are the only person that is hearing this. That work needs to be done on the house.
Hmm.
One of those saving face kind of things.
Sure. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, see that you do. Seen that guy rip someone in half like a fucking phone book once. It was awesome and the worst thing I've ever seen.
That doesn't surprise me.
So,
I think about at this point,
mhm.
because he's been sort of like half eye on Chris and Cora.
Mhm.
That's when Vega would step in.
I'd say you'd be catching when Vega is leaving.
Oh, okay. I missed it. All right.
Yeah. she's going to be walking by you and hand on your shoulder. Harlan. How you doing? Oh, it's been a quiet night for me at least. I hope everything's going well here.
Quiet for us too.
Good, good. And she's patting the shoulder. She's going to lean in. See that it stays that way.
That's the plan,
And
boss.
she's just going to give you a little pat of the head, just rustling your hair a little bit. Good boy. And she will walk right out. And Harlan just, oh, fuck me.
The hell did she get here?
He knows all the nooks and crannies, my friend. And ones you want to know about. And she'll make a few new ones. While Artem, I guess, is contemplating life and everything that happens. I'm just going to check back in with Kate real quick. What's going on?
Would I have passed her on the way out? Because I was leaving.
That's a good point. I would say she was already in the building. So you would have... she could have been in a different part, so you wouldn't have seen her as you're walking out.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay.
But we'll presume that you're off to a spirited engagement, and we'll leave it at that.
What was Sadie drinking that night?
Just a beer.
Okay.
Chris was being honest with you, is that it's not a dive, but it ain't some high-class joint. Or rather, it's just above dive. I'm going to check back in with Cora.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that you and Chris are walking back towards the table.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Okay. Are you trying to maintain some composure? Is there any composure to maintain, or...
I think that... so did we go... Is the implication that we went off and got something to drink, or we just terminated that little chunk of conversation and are going back to it?
I would say that you would have stepped out to have a little nibble, or
Perfect.
just found a couple of people to neck with in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
In whatever way that would be agreeable to you.
Yeah, no, that works out just great. So we're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Here's... You know, that was fun most of the time. I'm just on my own, so...
Chris is slowly sitting down. You've seen her basically at either a 10 or an 11 a lot of the time, and she's at about a 2 as she's sinking into the seat, looking a little shell-shocked.
She doesn't do that all the time, does she?
Only when she fucking wants to, which is a lot.
We're just gonna kind of laugh. It's like, somehow I don't entirely mind that. Is that wrong?
Absolutely not.
Look, I ain't here to tell you how to live your life, but That's whatever blows your hair back.
Uh,
I mean, some people like to hold their hand like over the hot element just to feel the fear.
so the blowing the hair back, did Chris get that phrase from you, or did you get it from her?
Gentleman never tells. I could have gone with some worse options. I'll leave it at that.
So, I guess she keeps things tidy around here, because that was impressive.
Hell of a power move, no, ain't it?
You could say that.
Well, I guess you could say even in this week, you're not the first person she's blown the minds of.
Not at all. That makes Cora squirm a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, sounds like I maybe got myself an interview. I don't know if it was a good idea.
At that, he laughs, but it's sort of shocked incredulity. It's just, oh shit. Well, he's gonna reach out like, it's been great. I wish you luck.
She'll extend a hand, I guess, if that's what he's gonna do.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
it's basically just like, well, you've signed your own death warrant kind of thing. It's like, it's been good. The 5 seconds I've known you is the vibe you're getting.
because it can't be that bad, right?
Sure it can.
Okay. The job with the highest turnover rate in our social club is hers. And everyone around her.
Right.
Something to keep in mind.
Well, I guess maybe when I go for tryouts, I can politely decline.
Might
Well,
not be an option.
oh, I'm gonna go get the tab. And he's just gonna scuttle off to go and deal with that.
Yeah, Cora's basically chewing on the inside of her own cheek at this
Mm.
point.
And as Merlin comes back, he's going to put a hand on Big Man's shoulder and Chris's shoulder. All right, so I get the impression your ride just left. Is that accurate?
That's very much the case.
Okay. All right. Do you know the ride share thing?
No, Leland picked me up.
Okay. Oh. See, we got a guy, one of ours, that somehow he just knows when you're using the rideshare app, and he shows up. So,
Okay, what's the app?
and he'll pull up some like local rideshare kind of thing on his phone, and he will actually press the order button, but he'll put your name as the pickup. Now this one's for free. Figure it out yourself next time.
I got a lot of things to figure out myself next time.
I drive you myself, but I often feel responsible for that one, so He's gonna go make sure she gets back. And he's pointing at Chris, who is just like 1,000 yards staring it into the wall.
Frankly, she was better behaved than me this time.
He's going to look at Chris and oh, that'll be fun for you to tell Daddy dear. So that's when she looks a little more animated. It's like, don't you fucking dare. There we go. There's the laughing old girl yet. All right, break. And he's heading for the door. And he will lead you, Cora, to a spot on the cobbles where the car is meant to be meeting you. Oh. Unless there's anything you want to add?
Just me?
Oh yeah, just... I figure you're not going anywhere other people should be going. So hence this guy.
Of course. Artem.
Oh, I'm taking that.
In that case, I don't know how you keep things so cool around all of this, Artem, but maybe I could learn from you too, since I'm doing so much learning.
My lessons are free.
Perfect. I guess maybe the first lesson is for me not to talk so much.
He's learning.
Nah, I like him chatty. Lot more fun. Too many people in this city don't know how to have a conversation no more. Alright. Stay around, Cora.
Take care, Artem. Chris.
See you, Cora.
And two of Chris and Artem will filter into his... I'm trying to remember what I gave him. Some sort of older Mustang Corvette, hand-me-down looking kind of thing. He's going to go in one direction. And in very, very short order, a modern four-door sedan. The nondescript, very definition of just some car rolls up. Window down. Cora.
You're alright, I take it.
Where to?
Boy, is there like a code word for, or do we just say Wormslow around here?
You've caught people just saying Wormslow. As long as you're not saying Elysium
Yeah.
and these kind of words, you get by just fine.
Okay. A Wormslow.
Hop in.
So I'll pop the rear passenger door and hop in.
Okay. And as these two cars are going to be speeding off in their directions, we're going to stick with Cora for just a little bit. As you're getting on the highway proper, how was everything tonight, Cora?
It wasn't exactly the direction I was expecting, but I guess I'm so new, I don't know what direction to expect. It was, I think, positive.
What happened?
Vega dropped by, swept me off my feet.
I wonder what the meaning of her actions were.
I think she wanted me to think about that.
Probably for the best.
I was worried something less pleasant was going to happen tonight, but it was fine.
What were you worried about?
I'm not exactly sure. I was... Maybe something having to do with Chris or Miss Fulton? The two of them together?
Mhm.
I don't exactly know.
Why would you assume either?
A feeling, I guess. Something I said.
Was it something you said? Or someone else?
Maybe both?
Something else to consider then.
What's your name?
And he will reach back to in front of you, and he's going to tap, tap, tap the label that just says driver 0616.
Is your regular living then? Or is this sort of a special affair type of thing?
Yes. Catching on your faces when you react to that.
You've been in town a long time then.
Long enough to know the ins and outs.
I'm trying to discover those myself right now. They're not going to let me stay at the cottage forever, you know, so...
No. They rarely do. Do you have an idea of where you're going next?
I have some possibilities. My new friends have sort of steered me a bit more towards one or the other.
Is that the word you would use for them?
So far, I think so. Or maybe I hope so.
Hope is never a plan.
You know, in a funny sort of way, you remind me of somebody back home. She's thinking of Gerhardt for everybody.
I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it is. I didn't always like his advice, but it was always right.
I don't give advice. I ask you questions to help you get to where you're going, so that you can decide your own destination.
True enough, huh? I don't expect a lot of straight answers, but maybe I should ask you some questions too.
Perhaps. And as the gates open to Wormslow, you do have time to ask him one or two things before you get to that cottage. Do you have anything in mind?
I would
Or rather,
like...
do you indicate that you're going up to the cottage or to the main house to get your car?
I did leave my car at the main house. That's smart. I'll go to the main house then.
Okay. So you have less time, but you do have time.
Okay, so I'll ask like a question.
There you go.
And I would like to ask him... I'm still figuring out how I'm going to support myself. Do you ever need any help doing this?
It's not me that needs the help.
Does seem like you have a particular talent that I may not be able to replicate.
Are you sure?
Not at this stage, anyway. Well, she kind of thinks about some of the conversations she's had with people. It's like, maybe she could be helpful in that way.
Something else to think on, I suppose.
Yeah. I have the means to get myself around, but this was nice. When I can afford it. And maybe I'll ask for another ride.
Have a good night.
You have a good night too.
It's something to notice when he had driven up to you, when he had rolled into the gravel parking lot. There is no drama to speak of in terms of tires squeal. It's all very smooth road practiced to make as little impact as possible. It's a little like if someone who practiced Olympic diving was trying to treat that the way they drive. Least amount of ripples that they can do.
Cora absolutely notices, and as she gets out of the vehicle and says goodnight, when she closes the door to the car, there's gonna be like she's patting it basically. So the door will close, but firmly enough that it'll latch, but still softly. And then she's just gonna place her hand on the frame for just a moment and let it go. Not so long as to disrupt his departure, but just sort of acknowledging all of that just occurred.
And I'm assuming you're getting in your car and going to the cottage. Okay, we'll check back in with you in a moment. Kate. So you tell me what the extent is of your takeout order.
There is before the feeding, and then there is feeding after.
So you went to this person's place, or you brought them back to yours? Okay.
To their place.
There would be an attempt at a tour. They are showing you the actual work that they've done on an older house, a restored interior. And it seems like it's both restoring what was there and then putting their own spin on it, rather than be shackled to what once was. Taking the framework of something good, but then doing something better with it. That you don't have to be a prisoner to the past. That it can inform the present. Help you make the future that you want. That seems to be both the story that their work tells and what they just flat out tell you. Maybe in less pretty words, but that does seem to be the intent.
And Kate is not going to try to cut off that part of the conversation, because there's something special when someone is talking about something they're really passionate about. And just kind of smiles to herself at seeing how enthusiastic, though I'm sure she's trying to be really cool and sexy in the process, Sadie is throughout talking about her work.
I'd say at the onset, there is an attempt at trying to be suave, trying to find reasons to like pull you in, like, oh yeah, look at that one in particular, kind of thing. All these little excuses. But as the interaction goes on, it becomes more sincere. And the mutual mask that you had adopted at the bar, at least on their side, melts away. As they are getting engrossed in something that they are genuinely proud of. But also there's still that little bit of intended proximity. So the question is, how engrossed and engaged are you in that scenario? Obviously, without going into specifics, but...
Once the tour is finished, Kate will follow up with, so about that one room you mentioned, and let that lead.
Okay. We can fade into the sound of, or fade out from the sound of feet on steps as you go up the stairs into the soon-to-be tryst-ridden dark of someone's bedroom. Now, that wouldn't be the only series of sighs. I assume at some point during this interaction, you are going for what you are really there for. Now, are you going for the 1, the 2, the 3?
I'm only 1 down. I'm assuming I probably would have spent 1 for Flush of Life throughout all of this, so I would take 2 then.
Okay.
If they kind of initiate post-cuddling and falling asleep, Kate will stay long enough for them to drift off, but is going to be very conscious of the time to make it home and do one more thing before having to fall asleep for the day.
And you leave them a note? Do you leave them a text? What do you?
Yeah, I'll
do you
text
leave things?
because Kate had said, like the condition is we exchange numbers and told her.
Mhm.
So when I sneak out of the room in the wee hours, like you can text me after.
Okay. So I will say that the intended goal was achieved. All of them. You make it back home, and because you only took a small amount,
Mhm.
and that's not enough to leave you so intoxicated that you can't see. It's just you know how to handle liquor before you were embraced. That doesn't necessarily go away, just as long as you're not overindulging. You keep your shit together. You get back to your house.
Mhm.
Park. Head on in. Before you... Or was there something else you needed to do before you got home?
No, she just had something to do at home.
Okay. So let's get to that real quick.
Okay. Kate is just going to pull out a garment bag
Mhm.
and begin loading it with a couple of things to keep in her car. So, a business outfit, a work outfit that would be suitable for Prince Brooks's tasks,
Mhm.
and then an outfit that would be suitable for Innsbruck. She's gonna get all those pieces assembled in this garment bag. The intention of taking it with her and keeping it in the car, so she doesn't run into getting a call to do something and being unprepared.
Good plan. That is appropriate Ventru forward thinking. I would say Vesper wouldn't be proud, he would just be expecting it.
You really have to go above and beyond to make him proud.
Yeah, that is the baseline expectation.
This is meets expectations.
Yeah. So, but still a good thing. Is there anything else? We will get to final thoughts in a moment, but is there anything else you want to deal with before you bed down?
That's it.
Okay. If we can, we will fade out from you. Okay. Artem. As you're being driven by Harlan, Chris is directing up to a point. He knows a broad direction of where he's going. Do you say or do anything in the meantime?
Probably not too much. I'm trying to map this place out myself so that I can get there without anyone telling me where to go. So that's probably just concentrating on like the road and what Chris is saying when she's not trying to fuck with you.
I'd say she has less energy to do that at the moment, and maybe less reason. And she's not having to direct much as Harlan's able to kind of pick the right direction overall. She's just giving little micro corrections. Like, am I getting in this lane now or later kind of thing? So, but eventually, and you know exactly where you're going, and things are starting to look a little familiar. But she's going to tap his shoulder, like, okay, we can hoof it from here. You sure? Yeah. All right, well, good to see you, Artem. Have a good night.
Appreciate the ride.
You shuffle on out. He lingers for a moment before driving away eventually. And she leads you into a little bit of a quicker step. Not a run, not a trot, just... It's not a leisurely pace. As a walk with a purpose, you're going somewhere. Do you say anything to her, or?
Yeah, I guess as we're like making our way, I'm gonna kind of look around. Does it seem like there are any other people around here, or is this?
You are meandering into a series of residential areas, a little bit of some schools, some businesses, but primarily heading towards suburb-ish. You recognize this as part of the road to where you need to be, but a little further out.
Some point he'll say, well, aside from unexpected visitors, you have a good night.
Yeah. Nice to get out more than once in the same week. Hey, look, don't mention the house to people.
Yeah, I'll keep that on the DL. That's my bad.
Harlan's okay, but nobody else. I have my problems with the old guy, but I wouldn't want people to know about that either.
Well, at some point, hopefully, may not be anything to hide anymore.
Still not keen on letting people, know exactly where it is, but...
Oh, sure. I wasn't going to say that.
But you'd be surprised who drops by. There used to be visitors. Before my time.
Do you know how long he's had that place?
As long as he's been here, I guess. Said he killed someone for it.
Yeah, he told me that too.
Did he tell you who?
No.
Got any guesses?
Some American guy.
She actually spaces off her little... I actually don't know if that would technically be true. I think he was Sabat. I think that's the only qualifier that matters.
You mentioned them. Did the name mean anything to you? I suppose it wouldn't if he's been gone for however long.
Out of character, did Artem hear the word Sabat before? I'm trying to...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Harlan told him what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Also, point of order, I think Tabby said it in front of everyone.
Right.
Yes, that too, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know who it was. I just know it was a Sabat. At least that's kind of the theory. I think they've been trying to take it back ever since.
Really?
Well, the county.
I was about to ask if those were the visitors.
Oh, maybe. That was the first or the only person he's ever killed there. But I actually think he used to have people over.
Well, give me enough time with the place, we'll have him hosting dinner parties again.
Oh, I would kill to see that happen.
Maybe you can help me out tomorrow then.
And she kind of does that, like, lobing, like, pout walk. Fine. Can I write down that fucking wallpaper? That's where I'm starting.
Like, sure, we can start by ripping out the wallpaper. Oh, God.
Have you seen it? It's so heinous.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's okay. Yeah, rip down wallpaper. That is fine. That is fine start.
I mean, you gotta see what's behind the wall, right? See if it's okay. Wallpaper ain't gonna stay there anyways.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, come on, shithead. Let's go to bed.
Okay, shithead.
Hey. And she is going to like, straight punch you in the kidney.
I'm gonna try and, like, whack her hand out of the way so she misses.
Here's a better thing. I'm gonna have you roll stamina and fortitude.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And you're just getting anything over 6 and above.
Anything over 6 and above, so
Yeah,
that will be
just the standard thing.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. One of these is a 10.
Okay, roll it.
Okay, so that will be 2.
It connects, but not in a way that matters. It is though she's punching brick wrapped in flesh for a moment. And you can't help but think of a shadow of what happened on your first night in Savannah. When someone punched someone a lot harder and it had even less give than that.
Sort of looks down. I gotta teach you how to hit.
And she stops for a second, like, oh, we gotta go hang out with the Bruja. You're gonna be popular there.
Why is that?
They're gonna see it like a challenge.
Is that popular?
Well, if you're a pushover, they're not gonna think anything of you. But if you can take a hit, or better yet, give one.
I can give one.
You know, I would hope that you didn't spend all this time on your upper body for just pictures.
No. No, not just for pictures.
And as we fade out from that little moment, as you are trudging through the underbrush that surrounds the house that you are trying to work on, she's going to veer off towards the house. And you're going to veer off towards the guest house. And we're going to start with your final thoughts.
Feel like we're settling in a little bit more, and that feels pretty good. The progress we've made on our little situation. Obviously, that was last week, but that still feels pretty good. He will be trying to find, and I tried to find it, by the way, in actual Savannah. There doesn't seem to be much of anything there, so he might try and range a little bit wider to find a little bit of home that he can maybe bring back, both for himself and maybe as a gift for other people.
There's a couple of people that come to mind that might appreciate something of that caliber.
Yeah. And Artem is aware that he has been shown kindness may not be the right word exactly, but like a level of leniency that is not necessarily given to everyone. So he doesn't want to seem ungrateful.
Good idea. Any fears or anxieties leading into the day sleep?
Yeah, what the hell happened to Natalia in Georgia?
Well, we'll find that out at some point.
At some point.
Maybe a little bit. You do have someone incoming, maybe in a week or two, that could help provide at least the start of some answers. Or at the very least, some catharsis. We shall call him your future pinata. Now, I'm going to move over to Kate. What's going through your mind at the moment?
Kate might not have the healthiest coping mechanisms, but ending her night the way she did helped relieve a lot of the stress and tension of the earlier meetings, the prince, the uncertainty, and then discovery of what she's going to do. And it helped put her at ease and better prepared for the next day, starting with Halsey.
So she didn't get the intended target, but seems to appreciate the collateral. We'll see what happens with those. Any particular stresses or anxieties that's going to be weighing on Kate as she lays her head down for the day?
Just thinking about making the best impression the next night. And I'm assuming at some point over the evening, Jean did text her the address.
Yes. So I imagine at some point over the course of the proceedings, at any point during the evening, there could have been a ping. It's Jean. And just an address. No further niceties, just functional, utilitarian.
Did we discuss that, like, start time? Or would that have been included in the message as well?
That would have been included.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to be as soon as you are functioning, be here.
In that case, Kate will very specifically look up sunset, set a time for right at sunset, so she can get up, shower, and make her way over.
Understood. That plan is set. We're gonna pan over to Cora at the cottage. A place. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you first.
I was gonna say a place that is perhaps cruelly starting to feel a bit familiar.
And a bit lonely. Cora is her world is expanding pretty quickly now, it feels like. She reflects on the driver's words to her, particularly regarding what she hoped that this crew was evolving into some sort of group of friends, but that it's hardly something you can hang your hat on. And she wonders if perhaps meeting Vega was something that happened as a result of her being a little careless with how she got Tabby back to the house the other night.
Could have been.
But it wasn't necessarily all bad. She did learn something from everybody tonight. So, yeah. Oh, and Lewis. I think she's got this little pang of tension about what might yet be. And although she's doing okay, with that in mind, she's quite happy that she's going to be speaking to Leland tomorrow night.
I'm sure that will be enlightening in its own way. And I believe you do have the means to reach out to Lewis yourself, if the mood struck you at some point.
Absolutely. A conversation with Leland is going to be more about herself. But Lewis struggling the way he did sort of brought up that need for herself to make sure that she's being proactive.
Would she have sent him a text before passing out?
Yeah, since Cora is a bit of a serial texter, I think she would both thank Kate for coming out with them, even if they parted so quickly once they arrived at their destination. And she would just send a little checking in message to Lewis.
Okay.
Not crying, since he already expressed that he doesn't really want to talk about it. But just you've got my ear if you need it.
You get the 3 dots for a little while. And then eventually, thank you.
Heart react.
And I'm assuming Kate has a response for those texts.
Very end of the evening, you'll get a back home. Good start to class. Knowing that last part was directed at you.
Mm-hmm. Ready for more lessons, and maybe to give a few.
No response.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we fade out from that?
On the off chance that anybody else has responded, she's just gonna quick scan through her messages. See if there's anything more from Heinrich, I guess, was the last outstanding one, or if Grace already got back to her about her just kind of checking in and saying, hey, I've got wheels, I'm still figuring out housing, but I'm available.
What Grace had sent back, I believe, was something we'll talk about soon. Heinrich is in a different time zone, so you're not going to be hearing from him just yet.
That's okay.
According to chat, you do have a selfie from Poppy in her new room.
Excellent.
Nice. Is that in the group chat or?
Oh wait, there's more. It's so pretty here. Come visit soon.
You may want to check in with your landlord before you issue such invitations.
Especially because that did go to the group chat.
But we'll tackle that another night. If there's nothing else to add there, we're going to fade out. Is that good? We will be fading back in on our final scene of this evening. Back in Ellie's Bat Cave. You've been spending the last hour or two trying to scrounge up anything you can about the events that took place in Louisville, Kentucky. You were using both ShrekNet and mundane internet searches. We'll start with the mundane. There is a confusing flurry of reports discussing gas main explosions, primarily centered around a brewery, or rather an old distillery. There's talk of different organized crime groups. One of them has the perhaps sounds menacing in that part of the country, but in many other places sounds laughable, of the Dixie Mafia. However, as you transition over to ShrekNet to corroborate some of these stories, you find both substantiated and unsubstantiated reports. There seems to be a consensus that it was, in fact, the Sabbat. The true extent is unclear. There are a few things that seem to be confirmed. Prince Jebediah of Clan Bruja is dead. The sheriff is dead. The Persian Council are either dead or unaccounted for. There are a smattering of names of the confirmed dead. There are a smattering of names of people who are presumed dead based on witnesses and their accounts. A smaller than desired list of confirmed survivors. However, and this probably makes sense, Tabby is not listed as a survivor, leading to the notion that it is incomplete due to the very nature of the event. One very notable thing is that surviving ghouls are few and far between.
What would be the significance of few surviving ghouls?
You've heard this discussed. You've been around just long enough. And being more of a info sponge that you are, in the city that you were in as well. And the sort of things that your sire would have talked to you about at one point. The Sabbat don't suffer ghouls. They do not have any. Humans are food and nothing else.
Do I recognize any of the confirmed survivors as people who also live in Savannah?
No. I would say none of the names mean anything to you other than these are dead, these are
Right.
presumed dead, these are confirmed survivors. That list is small.
Well, I think I have some more questions for Tabby in that case, and I also have maybe a little more digging that I can do on that.
One thing I'll add for that is Archons are on the scene. It's hard to get a clear picture because they are still wandering into what appears to be an active war zone.
I'm gonna save the list of confirmed survivors. Actually, I'm gonna save the list of everyone on a drive, just so I can reference it if I ever come across a name that sounds familiar again.
So this little bit of digging into the situation done, what final thoughts would we be leaving Ellie with tonight?
Tabby being the only... Well, it confirms that Tabby wasn't lying about the fact that this happened. There's so many questions I have about it. But in the end, it's time to get back to work on my other job on learning more information about the other newcomers. So I think in many ways tomorrow I'm gonna have to have a chat with Tabby.
Well, we'll see how that goes. And on that note, thanks for joining us, folks. See our upcoming events and streams on our Discord and our socials. Hope to see you soon. Thanks for giving us your time. Have a good night.